deathmatch.
So Tim, in this new multiplayer, do you feel like there should be a stronger focus on skill-based matchmaking? What are you thinking about this?
I do not, because in Advanced Warfare, they implemented it a lot stronger, and big YouTubers who people watch to play Call of Duty, FaZe Rain, FaZe the Dap, even I think Ali A, I'm pretty sure he got banned on one of his videos. Now, there should be somewhat of a skill-based matchmaking, because you shouldn't have to have the luck of the draw where you just get into a lobby with tryhards, or you just get in a lobby where kids don't know what they're doing.
Of course, yeah, completely agree. So Tim, what do you think COD will have in store for us this year in terms of, game mechanics incorporated into the multiplayer? For example, the exosuit in Advanced Warfare. What do you think they're going to bring out this year?
I definitely think they're going to bring out something like an exosuit. A leaker named Shinobi602 said that there's going to be advanced movement, and he highly said on one thing was wall running. He was saying that think Titanfall, but only better. And I do think that they're going to bring supply drops and variants, because it was just a huge success in Advanced Warfare.
So what do you want out of this zombie experience coming out this year in Black Ops 3?
I want them to make it even better than Black Ops 2.
Right.
My favorite zombies is Black Ops 1, because Moon, Shangri-La, all those, they're classics. You can't beat those. On Black Ops 2, they have good maps, but they're not as good in comparison, in my opinion. I want them to fix glitches, have bigger zombie maps, and I want it to get harder progressively more than you can just sit somewhere for about 10 rounds and then it'll start getting harder.
Just to implement this in here real quick, do you feel like they should start the rounds out harder, more difficult in the beginning rounds, or do you feel like the pace is pretty good so far? Or do you want them to be hard, like the starting rounds to be harder at first and then build up from there?
I think that the pace is somewhat good, but it needs to go a little bit faster, because it does get boring when you're from round 1 to about round 10, and then they'll start getting harder over time.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't really like having to sit around and, just board up windows for 5 rounds,
Just to get your points.
Right. Alright, Tim, next question. What stories would you like to hear in this zombie mode this year?
I would like them to continue the original zombie storyline, because in varied, depending on what side of the Easter egg you did, Maxis or Richtofen ends up getting into Samuel's body for the ending of his Easter egg, but Maxis, on the ending of his, takes control of the zombie. I would like them to continue that, and also in Origins Easter egg, there was the ending where you saw Samantha talking to Richtofen saying her dad has a plan, and it was basically implementing that there's a cycle in zombies. I do think that we're going to get back to the favorite 4 characters with Richtofen, Takio, Nikolai, and Dempsey.
That'd be cool.
Because there's a DICE summit that Treyarch went to this year, and they were showing pictures of what looked to be Doriz, a remake of it somewhat. Wow. But the only thing is, it had Richtofen's picture crossed out.
I'm not really too familiar with the current storyline in zombies, but it does get a bit complex, so I'm not sure if they want to continue doing that, but a lot of people loved it, so who knows, they might add that in, or they might, add in a new one. Who knows? Only time will tell, right?
Totally.
Alright, Tim, final question. Would you like to see a sort of unlock system in the zombies mode, for players to unlock stuff, or just to have some kind of multiplayer mechanic put into the zombies mode to make it fresh and new?
I think that maybe a little bit of an unlock system, because with just Treyarch having zombies in general, it's what some people, myself included, looks forward to for the next COD to see what they could do.
Yeah, of course.
I do think that they should have an unlock system to where, if you play campaign, you'll get a bonus map.
Oh, okay.
Like that. But in multiplayer, I'd like to see them carry over. Maybe you can choose different variants for a gun if they have supply drops in it, which they most likely will.
That would be cool.
Yeah, or you can choose what camos and stuff. I don't want them to choose attachments, because I feel that they're going to give away too much freedom and make it to where it's not zombies anymore. I don't want them to carry over any type of advanced movement system in zombies, because zombies is just good by itself.
Exactly, yeah. Would you like to see a character customization sort of thing to zombies, or what do you feel about that?
Possibly. If you're going to go on the Black Ops 2 storyline, which they most likely will, then no. Because I do like to play by the story somewhat, but if they have a map, because on Black Ops 2 they had Nuketown, which wasn't part of the zombie line story in a way, but it kind of was, because you would hear the bus from transit, the horn, sometimes in the distance. And you would just play as either CIA or CVC. I think that maybe there you could customize. But I do think that they'll bring over Grief, which Grief is a mode where it's, I think, 6-on-6, and you just play against each other to see who can last longer. Maybe 4-on-4, I don't know.
Sounds good, sounds good. As far as the Snapchats, what do you feel like some of them mean? What can you interpret it from them?
One thing is that it makes me think of Zombies with Dr. Salim saying, listen to my voice, but it also makes me think of the numbers from Black Ops 1 with Mason.
Yes, yes.
And I do like how they put that in Black Ops 2, where if you scan pictures around Black Ops 2, they'll have a little Snapchat logo, and you can scan it. It's a QR code, and it'll lead to these other than you looking up Call of Duty and watching them.
Right, right. And do you feel like game companies should do this more often? You know, release little hints about future games, or, you know, do something kind of similar to this? Do you like this idea? Do you think it's fun? Do you think it's fresh and new? You know, what are your thoughts on this kind of
I think it's
idea?
fun, fresh, and new because they're big on Easter eggs. They're
Right, yes.
the ones who made the Easter eggs for Zombies, which has carried over into Advanced Warfare to my liking. I think that they should keep doing this because it is fun to hear the new Call of Duty Snapchats live and you go watch it and it's something new.
Right.
But the thing that confuses me is they're leading us on a World War II base thing with showing soldiers and clothes and stuff.
Yeah, it's all very confusing, but I personally enjoy it as well. It's totally unique, and it's something that showcases that this Call of Duty game might be something different, and it might, you know, break the trend of, you know, same old Call of Duty here or there. You know, it might really set the bar for what Call of Duty should be about. So I want to thank you again for being into this interview, bro. You've been a great help into my experience and into this channel, and you have an awesome day, man.
You too. Thank you for letting me.
Yep, you're welcome.